Alright folks, welcome back. Are we saved in the shop in Blue Valley, Happy Valley, Cult Town? Let's have a look at our equipment. Well, we got the Sandlot Bat. We don't have a weapon for Paula yet. Do we have anything else? Well, saying that, here's another little inventory potential frustration, is that we have to actually hand the things over to her. And even then, we don't have anything to give her, so yeah. That's not really going to be a thing for the moment. What have you got for sale, Chief? Alright, we got a Holmes hat that we can give her. We can give her a ribbon. I think that's going to be a little better. We can give her a fry pan, because, you know, welcome to RPGs in the 90s, everybody. I don't know what to tell you. This game is not perfect in a lot of ways. And despite that, I still would consider it like my favorite game ever. I don't know what's wrong with me. Copper bracelets, we've already discussed those. Holmes hat, well, you know what? I don't know that she needs the weapon just yet, so we are instead going to grab money for, well, $750 I think is what we want here. That should be enough to cover 2 copper bracelets and a ribbon for what's her name. Also, maybe I should remember to hit the L button more. For some reason, that is not 100% locked in my brain right now. Because, admittedly, it is very unusual for an RPG. Yes, why don't you get a copper bracelet for Ness, and yeah, you can go ahead and buy that back. You know what? Sure. She should have a weapon for those times when she doesn't have any psychic points. So with that, we got a couple of different things we can do. And the first one we're going to do is we're going to go over into this cave after we talk to this fella. Very curious about the place that lies ahead of here. This is the cave that they were talking about of, like, it's an anti-blue place or stuff like that, which is weird when you consider this water, although I guess maybe it's not very blue anymore because it's been standing for so long, but, you know, we've got some enemies in here that are going to definitely be quite a handful for Paula, but for Ness, they will probably be handleable. And more importantly, that should mean that they'll be worth a decent chunk of experience for Paula, who needs the levels. In case you didn't notice, she arrived at level 1. This game can be a little bit mean about certain things, that's for sure. And that bat is a little bit confused, so we're going to leave it alone. Do you have freeze alpha to start with? Okay, that's good. Right. Dang it, I was hoping the confusion would actually help, but not quite. However, pretty easy little enemies, these Mr. Baddies. And we get a jar of hot sauce. Very nice. We learned Paula's second move, fire. And yes, this is definitely a thing where Paula gets the fire, the thunder, basically everything that Ness used in Smash for some reason. I don't 100% understand what the deal is with that, but I guess that Ness doesn't exactly have real iconic attack moves other than that Cyrocken or named move, really. And so... Alright, so we're just gonna feed Paula the jar of hot sauce just with nothing involved, so that way it doesn't interfere with the other food items, because if you attempt to use... Hey, Brian, how is it going, bud? Yes, if you attempt to give someone a food item while you have a condiment in your inventory, it will just automatically attempt to use it, and that is not always beneficial. I'm pretty sure putting a hot sauce on a cookie is not going to taste very good, and it will probably reduce the health benefits of both of them. Not that a cookie necessarily has a whole lot of health benefits in real life, but you understand what I'm getting at. Never mind, Brian likes the idea of hot sauce cookies. Well, you know what? To each their own. And these two bats are going to confuse themselves, but they're probably both going to die before that met. And even the mole playing rough is confusing itself. Which is fine, because the mole playing rough behaves very similarly to... Aw, dang it. Mole playing rough behaves very similarly to the rowdy mouse, if I recall correctly, in that it has good guts and it can confuse people, and it can crit people easily. See, I'm the one who's confused easily. So, it's doing its job, isn't it? So this is a pretty simple fight. We're gonna let Paula guard, basically, and oh, we took it out in one hit. And here I was about to strategize for an enemy that went down that easily. Whoops. Well, at least I was prepared. Because, indeed, this is a game where it is fairly easy to die. I've described it last time. Yeah, see, this big chonker isn't really gonna help. This fellow who looks like he's got no... This bear looks like it's got no eyes. That kind of looks like a schnoz right in the middle there. Until it turns around and you've got no forward dimension on that apparent nose. But when we get into an actual fight with it, you'll see that it's just tiny little beady eyes. Oh no, Paula was solidified here. Alright. Hey, we got 3 speed on Paula. That's nice. Oh, baby. And we learned Thunder Alpha, which is pretty garbage. Not gonna lie. So, I don't really know if I explained it very well or really gave a good anything that would describe it. Yeah, see, look at the dopey face on this bear. The mighty bear. Not to be confused with the Mighty Boosh. So I didn't really explain it very well. To get to the thing that I said I didn't explain very well. And that is that... Oh, nice. So much for the teddy bear. So all enemies have... All abilities, rather, with very, very few exceptions, have 4 levels. And they're usually going to be... Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Omega, but we'll see some variants here and there. We'll see definitely a Sigma for the shields. Bear on bear violence. Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it, man? And so the way the Thunder spells, as it were, the Thunder Psi abilities, with each level, it increases the number of lightning strikes it attempts to do. So Thunder Alpha is a single strike. Oh, dang it, Paul's about to die. That's not great. Ouch. Yeah. So this area can be quite a pain, to say the least. Wow, I can't believe we got out of there, but we got Flash Alpha, which I can pull that... I was gonna say, I can pull that up and, like, tell you the... But it's not going to tell you the chances of doing anything on that specifically, but mostly it blinds enemies. On higher levels, it can more easily confuse enemies or even outright kill them. Alright, so... You want to just send me back, buddy? Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately... I mean, I guess I could have used the exit mouse, but I want to keep that for later. Because there's better places to exit mouse from with. Oh, shit. I'm dead. And speaking of being dead, Paula is still down for the count, and catch a cold if you're ill, you can't seem to heal. If you're poisoned, depressed, a refreshing herb is the real deal. Yeah, there's something about smoking weed every day. That's a little unusual, but okay. So I don't believe that there's a place to revive in this town, and we have to go all the way back to Tucson and go to the hospital. Anyway, Thunder attempts to make a single lightning strike, and it doesn't really have good accuracy. Against a single enemy, it's like 25%. I think it's the same accuracy calculation as against characters, against player characters, rather. Yeah, the music in this game is absolutely tremendous, just on every level. I don't know if I've really mentioned that before. I hope I have, because it's really good. We're gonna take more damage from sneezing in this fight than we are from the actual enemies. Boy, isn't that relatable. Oh boy, a tree. Get away from me, tree. I'm not in a good place here, physically. You know, mentally is a bit arguable. That'll do. A cup of life noodles. That is a revive item, so we can actually just use that. Oh shit, you're right. I could have stayed at the house and gotten healed. I mean, the other thing is that... oh no! Let's not waste the life noodles, and let's, yeah, let's just scoop here, basically, and, yeah, I'm gonna sit here mashing the L button a little bit, and if we don't get killed by the mobile sprout, we'll get killed by the tree when it explodes. Or we'll die of sneezing too hard. You just, like, turn into a... Do you just turn into dust when that happens or something? And yeah, here we go, the Territorial Oak. This is a pretty famous enemy for this game, but I haven't shown this off yet properly. We'll get to see it now. You kill it, and it explodes on you. However, I guess that it stops entirely during that... I don't remember that stopping so easily, and I was not pressing any buttons, so it's just like, yeah, we're Cave Johnson, we're done here, right? So, this is gonna be the slowest death possible, but I could make it even slower by literally just walking around in a circle until we die of sneezing, but... who's here for that? I want to see me get blowed up by a tree. Oh, we're... oh my god, what? Are you kidding me? I hit 0 health, went back up to 1. Wow, there we go. Ah. This is the worst speedrun ever. I just death warped backwards. Alright. Paula, get revived. Let's go back to the house and go heal up. It's the one over... It's not that one. It's over on this side of town, though, right? It's where the cow is hanging out, if I recall correctly. This is a bit of a scenario that I don't remember that well, basically. There we go. Let's get ourselves healed up. Let's get our PP back. And we should be able to clear out some more enemy. What's our stats looking like? That's the wrong one. Status, all right. 18, Paul is at 9. We should probably level Paula up a little more, but I do want to go and take on Lilliput Steps and the boss at the end of that, which is the, crud vapors. It's the mole, right. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. I just hope that after what you mentioned last night, that everything else is on Twitch at least. Or otherwise saved on the internet, because, you know, fucking rude, Twitch. Ooh, nice dodge. Oh, this mole is doing real badly, so I'm fine with that. Alright, fire should do just fine. And it's not quite the amount of damage I wanted, but that's okay. We're not gonna necessarily be the best Wow, my voice cracked there a little bit. We're not necessarily gonna be in the best DPS situation here when it comes to Paula. For the moment. Later on, once she's more on the level with the rest of us, you know, things will be a little bit nicer in that regard. Now we got the little baby mole here, the mole playing rough, looking very silly from the side. Music in this game is so good. A croissant! Yeah, there you go. Max health for Paula is currently 51. I feel okay with this. Like, should I bother, feeding her the burger? Nah, she's okay. I mean, I'm sure that now that I've said that, this is gonna go a little bit downhill. Damn, Ness, take off the blindfold. Like, what, Ness, did you put a pumpkin on your head because you are afraid of, you know, the Enderman? Enderman? Alright, so we got one of these dopey looking bears here. There we... Never mind! I was about to say, hey, look, I was showing off a little bit of skill for a second. Never mention that, otherwise it'll fail immediately. Oh! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! You have fucked up now! It's a good thing that I managed to turn around before I got gotted, otherwise that would have been really embarrassing. Turn around, buddy. Yeah, see, they move a little more autonomously, but also they move in really stupid manners, too. So, like, clearly it's trying to pursue me, but it just sort of caught on a corner. I was hoping that it would turn away or something, but nope. Oh, that was a bit of a sound glitch. That was weird. Then again, you know, emulators and all that. We've been over that before. In fact, I think I said last time when I was doing Pokemon that I think some of the sound glitchiness was probably coming from some weird emulator-related funk. I don't know if that version of VBA is a little weird or what, but yeah. The gameplay experience is 99% the same, so fine enough by me, I guess. Hi, Mole. You can't jump down here. That's not how this game works. Alright. Stuck over there. Just have to pull you aside and do this and turn in a direction where you'd think it would get some sort of offensive advantage, but not quite. Get out of here. Well, we are getting to a point now, thankfully, where we can kill mighty bears easily at a cost of a very small amount of PP. And we got freeze beta. That is most excellent. Oh, here comes the mole. No, don't bash. Paula doesn't do enough damage for physical attacking unless we are at the end of our rope. Ooh! Ooh, doctor. That is many levels of unfortunate. There's not much I can do about that one. I feel pretty confident, though, that even though Paula is going to miss out on a huge chunk of experience, we should be able to take on this boss anyway. Just by virtue of, well, alright, don't murder me, buddy. Well, you'll see when we get there. As long as we preserve a little bit of PP. Oh, just barely getting away with that. That was incredibly stupid, but on the other hand, I'd say I would have been okay if I got bonked out, but I probably would not have. And why don't I just use a life up here? There we go. Yeah, that was a very clutch crit. Although, considering an enemy just got one on me, that's a big deal. Let's take a look at the cost of this. It costs only 8. Okay, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to eat a burger real quick. And we are going to take on this boss at the second Your Sanctuary location. Although with Paula starting at such a low level, it sure doesn't feel like it. We got the Mondo Mole here. You can tell this is one nasty looking bastard. His face and his nails are covered in, like, that's either blood or really weird looking hot sauce. Tiny little red bead eyes. But it's susceptible to one very simple solution. You can paralyze it. And now, all Mondo Mole can do while you wail on it is attempt to heal. Like, this is not exactly going to be a fast fight, probably, because I think Mondo Mole has like 300 HP or so, and is healing all the damn time, but it's free. It's free real estate. Auto fight, that's a good point. I could just hit auto fight and be like, hey, yeah, set the controller down. Take a big swig of water. Not have to mash L so much. You know. Hey, look at that big old crit that's basically unnecessary. Wow, look at those back-to-back heals. This is, I think what's going to end up happening is that Mondo Mole is going to run out of PP before we get the kill. My brain keeps going to try to call Mondo Mole Mega Mole, by the way, and has for a very long time, but of course, a Mega Mole is something from Super Mario World. Oh yeah, you go ahead and do that, buddy. I'm sure that's going to help you out a lot when you can't do anything with it. I also feel like I kind of remember Mega Moles looking like they had sunglasses. But I'm sure that at some point we will play Super Mario World on this channel, so We'll find out about that. Montel Williams mole. Nice. I can appreciate that one. That rocks! And we learned life at beta. Nice. Unfortunately, that still will not revive Paula, but that's gonna be fixed once we get over to these tiny little footprints, which we desecrate a little bit in order to hit the event flag. I hope this Your Sanctuary spot isn't contingent on those being the only footprints, you know? Or at least that the dirt has gotten hard enough to not make us leave footprints. And we saw a vision of a baby in a little red cap. So I guess Ness just popped out with the baseball cap. That's not what happened, but with no other context, it's just like, oh, Ness came out of the womb wearing the baseball cap. That's really strange. And just like in the last place we were in, enemies will run from us when we attempt to approach them as we work to escape Lilliput's steps. We just have to be careful because the bats will sometimes make those big sweeping waving motions, and so we don't accidentally want to have one of them crash into us when it's trying to get away. But also we can take on the Mighty Bear here, not to be confused with the Mighty Boosh. And we can get Paula a little extra experience for free, because... And by for free, I mean it costs 4 psychic points, but honestly, that's pretty minor. We can deal with that. Especially when there's a butterfly right there. Let's just get those 4 points right back. Thank you very much, game. That's not necessary, but... you know. We'll take it. Alright, and another mole. Give your free experience. Oh, that's extremely free experience. How about you? You got anything? Hans Mole Man. Oh wow, that didn't count as a sneak attack for us. Well, that's a shame. We might have a chance of taking some damage here. Although I would like to emphasize that a chance. It's not much of one, but it is a chance. And of course, Ness gains a level before Paula does. Good job, Ness. Good job, Paula, too. Jeez. Yeah, that's right. You get out of here, Hans Mole Man. You took 4 minutes of my life and I want them back! Oh, I'd only waste them anyway. We're in town, we may as well stop and heal before we go and get those 8 psychic points back. Hey, you. Yep. On your blue sheets. Well, I mean, Ness's shirt is half blue, so... maybe you don't know that he's necessarily quit or something, I don't know. And I'm going to go double check in the church building here. Again, putting a bit of air quotes on that church description, because it's a cult headquarters, but I don't know about church. And double check that I haven't left... yeah, I did leave an item here, didn't I? Another croissant. I'd say as they would call it in America, but nobody would call it that anywhere. That would just be weird. I mean, fair enough, yeah. Center of a religious gathering, is it not? Oh wow, that's getting auto-botted. Yes, we can allow Iron Fury to say Blue Klux Klan. Jesus Christ, Twitch. He's not looking for applications. Hi, Dave. I mean, don't get me wrong, I fully understand the nervousness on Twitch's part, because, yeah. Not a community you need growing, but also, come on. If only you could make them use context to see what game we're talking about. Then again, I guess you'd come to that weird question of, like, would the Twitch moderators know that is, you know, what's going on with that? Because, of course, that whole meme of, you've seen the Mimi hard drive article that's like, big EarthBound fan really excited to play it for the first time, and that is a meme for a reason, so, you know, goodness knows if somebody from Twitch will just be like, I don't know what the hell it is. I would assume that this game has that sort of, like, not real popularity to it, of the people know what it is, but it's not like an active thing or any, you know. Like, the idea of, like, a record that sells 1.5 million copies or so in America, like, sure, people will know, but they won't know, you know? I've just made my point very hard to understand. I'm sorry. Yeah, and see, I've just confused my entire chat, haven't I? Just like, I'm gonna try and express something. Oh, right, I don't know how to use words unless I prepare wildly in advance. Use it as background for stick hockey games in the basement. You have good taste, Brian. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but... well, I'd like to hope it must be implicit. I watch enough of your streams. It's either you have good taste or I don't. Like, man, that doesn't sound very nice. We got a lot of trees going on around here. Well, I mean, yes, we've got the regular trees, but we've also got the exploding trees. And of course, because of the way the exploding trees work, you don't want to kill them until the very end of the fight. Not even once. Go on guard, because we're going to want Paula at full health when we kill this thing. Because otherwise we may have to mash a little bit hard. You know what? Yeah, let's just throw down a freeze alpha. That should be good enough. Oh yeah, if we get a solidify like that, that's good. That's good times. Because then it doesn't have a chance to do weird stuff like brain shock and... I don't know, I don't want to find out how bad its bite is, because its bark is certainly something, you know? Use the SimCity harbor ship horn to timeout periods. Nice. I just enjoy the fact that you and, like, your friends when you were younger, just being big freaking nerds and having hockey in your basement. It's a good combination, you know? I'm saying you know a lot, and I'm expressing things that I don't think anybody actually does know. You can tell that I shouldn't be allowed to, like, do impromptu type of speeches. I should absolutely run with a script, and I usually do at least when I do video stuff. Obviously, when I stream, if I come in with a script, that's a little bit weird. Because isn't part of the point that the video gaming is not done prior? Typing chickens. Oh man, and Brian throwing in the old Mutoid Man emote there. The Smash TV tournament starts in a fairly short amount of time, correct? I forgot the exact date because I don't have a great attention span. Anyway, let's go talk to Paula's dad, who snuck up on us. Must have stealth camouflage or something. Well, alright. You got anything to add? I guess not. Well, that's alright. Like a month. Yeah, I saw you were having a rough old time when you were attempting to do some runs last time. You were having a lot of not breaking 6 minutes, but you were also having really shit RNG too, so yeah. Alright, we gotta go talk to Everdread now. Everdread has something for us. I hope it's not a swift kick in the pants. That wouldn't be fun. He definitely looks like the sort. Yeah, you got some very funky moving around here. Gonna give us some money? Can't keep the money now anyway. Give it to us. 10 grand. That's some decent cash. I cannot refuse your generosity, just accept. Where did you get this money, Everdread? Am I... Is the FBI gonna show up and just kill me next time I go stay in a hotel? Plan on looking for the evil Mani statue that Liar X Adret unearthed in Onat, pardon me. I gotta remember my pronunciations. Yeah, that's right. The Mani statue was in Mr. Carpainter's place. And we didn't go and talk to Liar X Adret about it, so I don't know how it managed to show up, but see us at another time in another space. We got the wad of bills. He just hands us just a... You might want to start running. That's a good idea. Let us get ourselves out of Berglund Park. I mean, it's called Berglund Park. I think anywhere that's named that close to burglar, that might be a bad idea to hang around. What do you fellas got going on? We got a backstage pass. Nice. Oh. Cameraman. Yep, we're gonna go see the Blues Brothers. Actually, the Blues Brothers was on TV a couple of days ago. Over here. I don't really remember which channel, because I wasn't the one who put it on, but, you know, the Blues Brothers, it's always a great time. Although, of course, they cut out all the swearing when it's on TV, so that's a little less fun. It doesn't have the same impact if John Belushi doesn't tell the Penguin that she's really up shit creek, right? What about the rest of you? Does this... Oh, I can't even check at the box office. I was gonna be like, hey, does this chucklehead even have a chance of getting in here? What do you got? Lost your ticket. Oh, that's a shame. Keep that thing in your wallet or something. Gotta head out. All right, well, I'll see you later, Brian. Thanks for dropping in. It's always a delight to see you. We want to see Poochie Fud, the manager. Sure, why not? Poochie Fud, or as he was called in Japan, dog food. Which is what he's gonna be when I whap my wad on the table, you know? Alright. Let me show you my wad of bills. But later after the show. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, let's show her the ticket. Check out this backstage pass. Just in time to see the Runaway 5 show. Oh, yes we are. Or maybe not quite. We got somebody here who's drunk. No good-looking waitresses. No room for you to show off your There's plenty of room. What is your latest dance move? The fling yourself 80 miles across the nearest state line? How about this fella? Nah. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do to us? Just turn away and keep walking in place? Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not really allowed to say anything to anybody upstairs, are you? An extremely violent version of the Running Man. You didn't find his ticket? Oh well. Check out the hippie. I'm not this place even really, like, full? I guess I could count how many people are, you know, just standing around versus the number of chairs. Yeah, I guess it's a little over capacity in terms of compared to just chairs. Oh, ooh, I'm giving you the gas face, buddy. But in this case, it's because you're actually, you know, full of gas, and, you know, that's understandable. They're at least gonna be nation famous, you know. I hope you're... that, I guess, could happen. Shades of the big story of one of the bigger stories about Roger Waters, and one of the reasons why he eventually decided to start doing The Wall as his major project with Pink Floyd. During a concert in, I think, 1977, there were a bunch of fans trying to climb on stage, and he spat on one of them, like, on purpose. Not like, oh, saliva came out of my mouth because it happens when I sing. No, he just spat on this dude. Which, to be fair, the guy's trying to climb on stage, and that is a little bit of a questionable idea. But also, like, yeah, he was like, I've gone a little bit too far. But like baseball, I'm carrying a cap and a baseball bat, so, you know. Actually, did you forget what I said already? Yes, you did. Hey, fuck you, man. That's just low. Ragtime, huh? That's not quite what's going on here, but okay. Maybe you don't know music genres very well. That's okay, I'm not good at music either. I mean, they started pretty young, dude. Yeah, sure, you can come with us, kid. And she just drags us into the room. Well, I appreciate her enthusiasm. What you got, folks? I want some bread. I need the coinage. I want more dough all the time. Yeah. Can't say the M word. Our focus is gonna be a little undivided, that's for sure. I'm sure it would sound fine to music, but just reading it? Debt Blues. $10,000, you say? That's very specific. Pay off your debts and move on to the next town. Wonder if your bus still runs. Might be rusted out. Oh, I hope we're not going to be stuck here even longer. That would be a problem. Man, you must be getting absolutely shafted because the main little hall over there is pretty much sold out. You've got a bunch of people waiting in line. You know, you're selling out this place, and like, is the guy making you kill off? Pardon me. Is the manager making you pay off you having killed his dog or something? Oh, did everybody just piss off? That might be a bit of a problem. The Chaos Theater's Soul Men coming at ya. Rockin' and rollin' live on this here stage for a limited time only. Yeah, especially when I'm done with the fucking manager. The world's greatest bluesmen, the Runaway Five. And here they come. Oh yeah, baby! There's only 4. Oh no, there's 6. Never mind. What a ripoff. What a non-ripoff, rather. Let's just listen to this song for a bit. Hey, not bad for the SNES. Although, again, I really gotta wonder where everybody went. Oh, no, they came back. Okay. Probably just couldn't draw them all on screen, you know? Although, Runaway 5, and there's 6 of them, who's not the member of the band? I guess it's probably the keyboardist, because I think the keyboardist doesn't come with us. Although, we see the keyboardist in the next town over, so... maybe it's like Tom Nichols or whatever his name was, who was playing the keyboards with Iron Maiden a while ago. Excuse me. While ago, this might be like 15 years ago or so. This was around the Matter of Life and Death tour, when he was not an official member of the band, but he was like the touring keyboardist and had been for quite a while. Let's hand this guy over some money. Well, at least he's not trying to screw us. That's remarkably, generous of this man. Not like, hey, you're just giving me this as a gift? Ow! This means we can get out of this dump, yeah. Thanks, buddy. Good driver, you'll show us? Alright. Moving on to the next town. Now you're a lot more confident in that van, huh? Alright, well, let's go get in the back of the Blues Brothers van and head on down to Threed. Too loud for any ghost to bother us. Well, you know what? Fair enough. Alright, so we just walk into this thing. There we go. We get in the side. I guess, do we get front row tickets or anything? Hey, sidewalk, get out of my way! Yeah, that's a good way to... that's a good way to make the laws of reality work for you. good song. Can't help myself singing. It's like a really bad streamer, you know? You'd think I was new to this, but I've been at this off and on for a very long period of time. In fact, I think we're coming up pretty soon to the point past which I've been a Twitch affiliate for 2 years. Which is just kind of astounding, really. Looks like we have to say goodbye for now. This town seems pretty gloomy. Light up the place with their own little brand of sunshine. Well, yes, Paula could just set some things on fire. Dang it, some theater in Forsyth. Well, okay, that'll probably be the next town over, so the Blues Brothers are not going away. I kind of wonder what made Shigesato Itoi so interested in the Blues Brothers very specifically to make them this big of a deal. But, you know, why not? Pizza store is just going to give us their number. And we can call them and have them deliver us a pizza if we want. Let's check out this trash can. Got anything? No. Just garbage. Alright, drugstore. You got any gear for us? We got the minor league bat. We got a thick fry pan, so it was kind of useless to buy the one earlier to begin with. A hard hat. Insecticide spray. That's not equipment. That's just a usable item to help us kill bugs. And a copper bracelet, which we already have a couple of. Alright, what do you got for us? Cold remedy, refreshing herb, vial of serum. That cures, poison, I think? Obviously not like a cold, because that's sort of like regular RPG poison, but, like we can get bitten by venomous snakes and stuff later on. So that's showing up a little early, if so. A toothbrush. This doesn't actually do anything. Well, it might have a chance to blind an enemy, but I don't think so. And a calorie stick. This is a healing item. So, not exactly on the docket for us. Let's see. Do we have anything here worth selling? We could probably... we could pawn off one of these croissants, maybe? I'm thinking for a second. Because our inventory is not exactly in the nicest of states here. We can hand off the backstage pass. We want to keep the hand-aid because I'm pretty sure that that's just a full heal. And granted, we only get the one, but still. We don't need the pencil eraser for a bit, so I'm probably going to end up just calling up Escargot Express and stashing those two items. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's the B button. Alright, let's grab 800 bucks. And pick up the receiver. Escargot Express. Yes. I'd walk around a little bit until the delivery man shows up. I was gonna say, we're not screwed on that one, are we? Because there's ghosts. Yes, we can cover the bill. Let us hand over the pencil eraser and the backstage pass. That'll be it. We're hanging on to the broken machine because we're not going to be in this little area for a while, for too long. But once we're done here, we'll be getting a party member who can start fixing those things. So it would be nice to have that to hand. just to be able to deal with that immediately. Alright, we don't need the other things, we just need the thick fry pan. It's good for making thick fries, I guess. Man, I haven't had any French fries in a while. I kind of miss them. We're going to deposit our cash here. We're gonna go around the wrong way, I guess, and we're going to leave ourselves with only 70 bucks. I don't think we have any upcoming story expenditures for a bit, so that should be fine. Because there's a couple of enemies around here that are a little bit rough to deal with. Sometimes. And here comes a whole whack of dudes here. We've got 3 no-good flies and a, what's this called? Like a putrid molder man? Sorry, that's putrid moldy man. Completely different. It's okay, I shouldn't make fun of him. He'll murder me completely in Among Us next time if I do. He'll do that anyway. Who am I kidding? Alright, well, Paula has been blinded. That's what the can't stop crying thing is all about. And on the other hand, though, we don't really need accuracy when we're doing psi moves. Just like most games, if you're casting magic, you don't really do much of an accuracy check. Thank fucking goodness. Okay, I was gonna say one of these is... Oh, they're both fake. Because we've got the smelly ghost. Let's throw out some fire. That should help us cut up both these... Oh, the Moldman is very resistant to fire. Oof. That is a problem and a half. I didn't even think about that because, yeah, that freeze alpha did like twice as much damage as usual. Alright, well, fine. I guess if you want to be like that, we'll do this. Let's go on the defense here. Go out some damage. Oh, we didn't quite finish the fight. Well, that should do it. Yeah. So these enemies, yeah, they can be pretty annoying. They're not like the hardest thing in the game, obviously. You know, not even scaled up. Ooh, there's the insecticide spray. And yeah, you can tell a little bit that this garbage can is a different color than the one that was containing those funk ghosts. I'll get a load of these zombies. This one stares into our soul. And this one just looks us over. Well, I guess I know which one I'd rather deal with if we have to sneak past, and I don't really particularly like either of them. Alright, so we got something we can throw our insecticide spray at. And speaking of throwing things, let's chuck out a bomb here. Let's show this off a little bit, because I don't think we've used a bomb. And see, that's some nice damage on that no-good fly, because they're pretty weak. The bomb didn't do a ton, but that's okay. We're kind of at a point where bombs are not really a super ideal way of dealing with our problems. Believe it or not. Let's just defend. Yeah, there we go. Say goodbye, smelly ghost. I guess you'd call that smelly ghost a rank amateur. Oh my god, that was really bad. I'm not sorry, though. Yeah, singly, these enemies are quite easy, as you would perhaps expect. But in groups, things get a little bit dicey real fast. I don't think there's anything else to pick up in this little graveyard here. So we should just head on out. Yeah, that's a fake garbage can. You don't fool me this time. The real garbage can was a little more yellow. I don't know if you got a good look at that, or if I even really said it. And see, this one says don't enter, not do not enter. That'll learn ya. Gwinnett Police Department. I don't know. Oh, look at that melted puppet over. Oh, jeez. They're out in force here. I'd like to not fight too many of them, just because our HP and PP resources are going down a little bit. Oh, that'll help if we can catch that butterfly. And granted, we're gonna hit a point where our party is gonna change, and that's not gonna end up mattering too much. So it's not that big of a deal, but still. Alright, here's the circus. Okay. So this is what we're looking for, is this weird lady to guide us into the hotel. If you talk to some NPCs, they'll tell you some stuff. Like, I think this dude. Yeah, it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea to watch out for her. This guy, I'll tell you why you go to the graveyard. Dirty, stinky, ugly, powerful monster. I think we'll be fine with that thing. I should get the town back from the zombies. Fireworks, usually. Not like the kind of fireworks that explode. I mean, fire is the thing that helps, rather. And yeah, this hotel music is really off, so I guess if we just follow this weird lady, but let's have a quick look in this room. What do you got, buddy? Yeah, well, we've dealt with that already. So I don't know what her deal is, but oh, buddy, that's a little much for us to handle. They even got a zombie dog? Oh, that's a little gross. We get whacked. Losing consciousness. Could be the fate of Ness and his friend. We're in a hole. Paula gets back into the party. Door is locked. Ooh. Unfortunately, Ness's phone is just a receiver phone from the late 90s. He can't get on YouTube and look up lockpicking lawyer or anything like that and try to figure out how to smash that thing open with a baseball bat. So instead, Paula has to get on the psychic hotline and call for somebody named Jeff. All the way in Winters, a small country to the north. So, Winters is meant to be England, or just the British Isles in general, because, you know, we got this boarding school going on here. We're gonna see a Loch Ness monster. The weather is shite. All of that, but if it's a country to the north and Eagle Land is basically America, they're telling us it's Canada. And on top of that, it's this snowy, and we know how Canada shows up in the media. It's just a frozen tundra wasteland. So, yeah, I think some wires got a little crossed here. But hey. Here's Jeff getting out of bed. Who's this sleeping kid? Let's annoy them. Eh? I gotta pee. Can't even pee without getting punished? What a load of bullshit. Dangerous to leave without taking anything along. Let's grab that toolbox. And I'm sure we can smash some things faces in with the toolbox. Come on. Some stuff in the locker room we should get. Alright, well, we've got a temporary partner here in the form of Tony. And we can't take the toolbox. Well, I'm at a bit of a loss for ideas. Let's check out everybody else here who's not asleep. Interesting story than a rumor about Tessie. About the cave boys at Stonehenge. Well, we saw Stonehenge, so yeah. That's another thing that is supposed to link this place to England. But of course, Stonehenge type of structures exist in a lot of places in the world. You think someone made a model and placed it in the lake? That's a good one. That's a reference to the actual, the most famous hoax photograph of the Loch Ness Monster. Center of Stonehenge is an entrance leading someplace. Well, I mean, it would be very easy to confirm or deny that just by walking in that area. I guess maybe nobody wants to. Alright, what do you got, kid? Hand decorate each cookie to pass out at the party tomorrow. Gotcha. Duly noted. Outside, stop by and say hi to Maxwell before we leave. Gotcha. Alright, well, you got a bunch of items in here, and we're protagonists, so we're entitled, right? Open the box, there's a oh. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just leave the rest of those. Besides, I'm going on a little journey, you guys. I'll take mine before, you know, Tony's birthday party. He's gonna be sad that we're gonna miss his birthday. Alright, what do you got, Maxwell? You look like you have slathered your face in dust. Doctor and donuts. Gotcha. Be able to provide a great deal of help. Here is an astounding person. You know what else you should hear is that he's a really shitty father. I'm not even lying about that. That's... Dr. Andonuts, we're gonna find out, doesn't really seem to know a whole lot about his kid. Better than Einstein or Heisenberg. That sounds like a load of bullshit to me. He's also very strange. Oh, that's definitely true. Take this key along. It's a little bent. We can probably deal with that. It's like saving the game. Oh. I get it, because you saved the game. Alright, let's go into the locker here. Goods, let's take out this key. Key is bent, doesn't fit into the keyhole. Hey, Tony, you got a lighter or something that I can use to, like, maybe try to soften the metal a little bit and see if I can bend it into shape? Actually, let's just go ask Maxwell. Alright, Maxwell, what do you got? Key didn't work. It's invented the machine that opens doors, especially when you have a slightly bad key. So it really is just sort of like a lock snapper, right? And yes, what Maxwell just sort of explained to us there while I was too busy, you know, not being good at this, is that you can see that Jeff has this broken spray can. Every time we go rest somewhere, Jeff has a chance to repair any broken items in his inventory. Depending on how high his IQ is, if it breaches a certain threshold. And that can be pretty useful because there's a lot of interesting tools. There's a lot of weapons for Jeff. There's even just some generally useful stuff like the broken spray can is a... it's a defense remover spray, so you can use that, and honestly, we may even sell it, but you can use it and it will reduce the target's defense by a decent chunk. Hey, we got a pop gun. Alright. Nothing in the locker. We got a broken air gun. Yeah, see, that's already our next weapon. We just have to repair it. This one is locked. Yes, thank you. There's a Holmes hat. Well, I see Jeff is a bit of a... Jeff does kind of seem like he'd be a bit of a fan of Sherlock Holmes type of stuff. And besides, as I said, England, so... You know, bit of a deal over there, right? And so that's all we get. We get a couple of items. We get ourselves a pop gun that's worth 6 points of offense, and we get us a Holmes hat that's worth 10 points of defense. That works for me. Let's go ahead and thank Maxwell one more time, I guess. Alright, Chief. Oh, you won't even let us save here? Okay. Later, guys. We're leaving. We're sneaking out. Despite having just busted into every locker in the downstairs. And Tony is just going to go lay down in front of the fence. Curl up and die, I guess. Well, you know what? That's a big mood, but... I'm doing a quick scan of this little area here real quick just to make sure that there is nothing that we can pick up. Alright, use him as a step to climb over the gate, I guess. Yeah, later, Tony. We'll see each other someday, and there's a shop out here. And a monkey. What you got, monkey? Yeah! Fair enough. Alright, so, what do you have, Pigpen? Bubblegum. Noted. Alright, shopkeeper. What do you have for sale? I don't have a whole lot of cash, obviously. T-Rex's bat. Almost $700. Good God. Non-stick fry pan. Almost $1,500? Coin of silence? What the... Well, it's equipment that we can use, but we cannot afford this at all. Picnic lunch. Skip sandwich deluxe. A lucky sandwich. My, Windows Defender telling me that I should turn my firewall back on or something. And a cup of coffee. Well, none of that is going to do us a whole lot of good, so... Let's get rid of this ruler and protractor, because we really don't need those. Jeff doesn't even know how to throw them, apparently, so, like... Come on, dude. You can do better than that. Yeah, give me your $2. Alright, what can you tell us? A monkey at the entrance. Take the monkey, he's really noisy. If I buy a pack of bubblegum, I can have the monkey for free. That doesn't so much seem like a bonus as a penalty. Do you understand how hard it is to get bananas in this time of the year? Actually, you can probably get bananas. Well, this will cost us $1. You want him? Yeah, okay. Let's take the pack of bubblegum. Let's take the monkey. Pack spelt without a C. I think that's probably a character limit thing, though. In which case, just take out the space in bubblegum. Alright, Maxwell. Let's get a quick save going here. Do I want to take a break? Let's keep going. Gotta get back to work yourself. Go for it, bad boy! He's probably supposed to sound like, you know, like he's calling us tough or something, but it doesn't really come across. Alright, well, well, that's an interesting parlor trick. Okay, we got us a bubble monkey. You're gonna see the problem with this little chucklehead immediately. While you're walking around, sometimes Bubble Monkey just stops and starts turning around in place for no good reason. This is a great way to get us back attacked here. Jmooge. Do I have that username correct? Jmooge. Jmooge. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but I'm making sure that it is indeed spelled J-M-O-O-J. Right, J Chaos Other. Oh, hi. Hi, Jay. Oh, hi, Jay! Guardian Bear, yes! Something we'll be seeing at Stonehenge, actually. Now that you mentioned that. Hey, we got us a cookie. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little hard to differentiate which one is the one from Tony's birthday party because they're just the same item. Our bubble monkey thinks that... Our buddy thinks he's doing a little lookout here, but, oh, that dog is looking a little green around the gills. Yeah, we're getting a lot of the basic enemies that we saw back at the beginning of 1ette, but there's also something pretty big that we'll see if we can find it here. Something evil is going on, you say. Let's take a rest. We don't really need it. I think we only took like 2 damage against the crow, but sure. All right, can we see the goat? There's a goat that pops up around here, and that is one nasty enemy compared to the other things around here. Oh hey, a magic butterfly. That is not going to help Jeff whatsoever, because magic butterflies don't restore health, just psychic points. And you'll notice that Jeff doesn't have a whole lot of that going on. Because, of course, Jeff cannot use any psi moves whatsoever. So instead, as I alluded to the last time I streamed this game, IQ is used to determine your ability to repair broken machines. And in fact, I mentioned that earlier too, so I've also alluded to it this stream then. Alluded to being a bit of a weak term for it. You're the cook for the Tessie Watching Club. Stew? Sure. We just healed, but why not? And yeah, Paula is sending us yet another psychic message. There we go. Working through the night, Jeff fixed the broken spray can. After being fixed, the broken spray can became the defense spray. Okay, pardon me, I had that backwards earlier. The defense spray increases your defense, not reduces an enemy's defense. I was thinking of something else. That actually is kind of more useful. Oh, we got some leaves blowing. Whirlpool is what? Blocking you from catching Lugia? Oh. Tessie is emerging, huh? Well, this monkey seems to like gum. Unless that's just a really bad reaction, and oh, hello, Photo Man. Alright, I thought for a second that our photographer was going to ram himself on top of a tree. That would be quite unfortunate. Also, yes, Ness is the only one who does the peace sign to the photographs, so Jeff is just standing there completely stone-faced like, what is going on? And not responding to the photographer at all. Wind is always blowing when Tessie appears. Think you're catching a cold? I mean, standing out in the snow like this, in the wind, is probably not a great idea. Oh, yeah? Well, I've got some bad news for you, my friend. Because we're about to meet the MS Paint Beast, Tessie. And you'll see why it's named MS Paint Beast. Look at this thing. My god, it's adorable. That, and also there's an emote called MS Paint Beast, which I think I have installed on this channel's Frankerface Z set. And it's just a Tessie emote, because honestly, I love the way this thing looks. That smile is the same expression I have on my face right now, by the way. And excuse any strange noises there. Hey. I know, Jeff is off to one hell of an adventure. I like this chapter. It's a really good one. What exactly did you invent yesterday? There's something in that. I guess there's a reason that spray can is broken and it had something that was not defense spray last time. Oh, here's our goat, by the way. And somehow this counts as getting a surprise attack on the gruff goat. We could probably just run from this right now, but let's see if we can't fight down this goat. It'd be worth a ton of experience. Well, relative to all the other things around here, anyway. Excuse me. Good gracious. Well, its ram and trample attacks only seem to be doing 4 damage. I think the gruff goat has, like, the tore into you attack that Frankenstein had. And yeah, 20 experience. That is definitely a step up from runaway dogs. And we get us a little bit of HP, a little of all of our stats. Oh, we should have brought our pencil. Oh, wait. We can deal with that later. The goat came back already. Wow. Zombie goat. Who knew? Dungeon has no entrance fee. Come on in. Do dungeons usually have entrance fees? That idea is giving me shades of Disgaea, actually. I've never finished any of those games, though. I probably should one day. I have the first one on DS, and I have the second one on PSP. Although, of course, my PSP has been subject to a little bit of not having a battery that is in my possession at all, to say the least, because it started to bulge out, and I definitely disposed of that because that's not particularly great. Oh, ouch. 10 damage from that worthless protoplasm. Not particularly worthless of a protoplasm, huh? Oh, you go, Bubble Monkey. Yeah, so this is another instance of us having, like, mimic enemies, kind of like we were seeing in the graveyard earlier. Oh, those are some nice stats we got all around. Very good. Very, very good. Why don't we go ahead and heal ourselves by mowing down on a couple of cookies. Well, it'll get you some energy back at least. This is a real item, though. What do we got? Broken iron. Yes, I knew that was coming up soon. That, I think, is going to be used to make the petrification device that I forget the exact name of. Ooh, this is going to be a problem. Unfortunately, the Bubble Monkey is not exactly a reliable combatant, but we managed to sneak that one out. We'll just eat another cookie to deal with that. There's a bread roll. Ooh, even better. Why don't we eat the bread roll? Don't eat the broken iron. That won't work. Unless you really don't want teeth, Jeff, which would be very strange. Hey, look, it's a mad duck. Our favorite video game duck, other than Psyduck. This mad duck has like a 1 in 8 chance only of attacking us, so we're probably going to get through this fight with no real trouble. But we can see that Mad Duck can cast the Unable to Concentrate, which is basically silence, so that's even more useless against Jeff. Thanks, game. That's a very strange thing to put there, but I will take a free fight. I'm not sure how I feel about the insecticide spray, though. That's probably just going to be wasting some inventory for a bit. I don't think we fight any bugs until we get back to Threed. And even then, our chances of that are, you know, they kind of depend a little bit. Watch for falling materials. I was gonna say we have a hard hat, but oh no, it's just a falling photographer. That's gonna be a little bit, not what I expected. Although that is pretty hilarious. Here's it. Watch out for falling materials, photographer. But no, we don't have a hard hat, we have a Holmes hat. That's probably not going to protect us as well as the hard hat from a falling rock. But who knows? Mad Duck is just going to fall over a bunch. Oh yeah, I can even do low-budget PSI magnet in that it doesn't take the PP, it just removes it. However, Jeff is completely immune to that. And we get us another croissant. Yeah, that's another worthless protoplasm. These chuckleheads can call for help, by the way. And that can make these fights go on pretty long. On the other hand, we are in good shape because we have a pretty good level. And our IQ gains are cracking along decently. Another Rowdy Mouse. Can we not get crit, please? Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. As soon as you mention the word, well, you're gonna take the big damage. But we got a bread roll out of it, which is very nice. Stun gun. Are we getting a new weapon already? Sure are, wow. That was fast. Here's a phone in case we want to save after this. Yeah, that's pretty much, that seems to be my way of doing things, is just, oh, whoops. Alright, here we've got Brick Road, who's got a lot of nose hair? I'm not 100% sure, like, what these facial features are meant to represent, just other than Brick Road looking a little bit silly. Become Dungeon Man, the first combination of human and dungeon in history. Well, okay, buddy. That is a strange aspiration, but alright. Alright, this cave has attack slugs and Rowdy Mouse. I don't think the attack slugs will take damage from the spray, but on the other hand, they're just attack slugs. They are pretty low HP. Yeah, look at that. Not even remotely an issue. If there's antoids in here, that's a little different. But also, you can see that we are already getting into things that are kind of a step up from how far in we'd be with Ness at this level of playtime. They know that you know how to play the game now, so they're not even gonna, you know, make you mess around with Frank and all that. Basically kind of giant step level enemies. Although I think we get a couple of things a little further in that are actually stronger than that, so... Wow. Got there. Alright. Hamburger. Our inventory is too full already. It's a bit of a pain, because we're going to want at least one inventory slot pretty soon, so... Yeah, let's just eat the cookie. Get ourselves not quite to full health, but we're probably going to take a little bit of damage. in the next couple of rooms anyway, so... It's fine. It's fine, I swear. And yeah, the attack slugs are... We've seen this before. They attempt to use hypnosis, but of course they start the fight silenced, so... They can't do that. Again, I probably shouldn't call it silence because it's not really, and there's no recitation involved, but it's the same basic principle. And it rolls off the tongue a little easier than, putting together an adjective for can't concentrate. And also, if they want to waste their turns, go right ahead, buddies. Nice. Oh, I like where that level went. That's pretty good. We got a little bit of everything. We got extra offense. We got 9 max health. 1 second. Excuse me. That was a good level, though. Wow. Alright, so here's what I was talking about, is these mushrooms. They can be pretty Never mind. Disregard what I just said. Apparently these mushrooms are super easy. And they're showing up singly, so it's free experience. So it was a cookie. Nah, we can just abandon the cookie. Cheap bracelet. Huh. Our inventory is loaded up with a bunch of crap is the problem, and we can't call Escargot Express. I don't think that bread roll is going to be too important. Let's pick up that cheap bracelet. And don't forget to equip it. Yeah, those 5 defense points are going to be nice. Alright, so here we go. We'll get to actually see the mushroom in action. Oh, I thought it was a different enemy from the ones that... No, I think it is. The ones that we encounter outside of Winnet are the Ramblin' Evil Mushrooms. These are the Struttin' Evil Mushrooms. It's just the same sprite, though. Obviously, it's the same overworld sprite, but it's the same palette in battle, I think? I've seen that there's another one, too, so that's really weird. Bottle Rocket. Well, you see this big Bottle Rocket in the inventory. That's a one-shot damage item that only Jeff can use. I'm actually going to throw out the pop gun, even though it's probably worth a little bit of cash. Because the Bottle Rocket is going to be much more worth it in terms of just general use. Go ahead and have the Bubble Monkey go up. And hey, the Bubble Monkey knows how to operate a pile of rope, so nice. Just zooms right up the rope. Alright, don't let the mushrooms backstab us. That would not be fun. Oh, a little monkey with a ribbon in her. Here. Your type is just, where's the ribbon? Well, I guess... I don't know much about monkeys, so... And here is Stonehenge. There's a bit of a hole in the ground. Oh, hey, cave boy. That's not a bear. There's bears around here, though. Well, this will confirm for that one fella that, yes, there is somewhere in the middle of Stonehenge, and it goes to a place that we don't want to be right now. We also don't want to almost get back attacked by one of those. Okay, I believe I was incorrect about the other mighty bear. They show up here, right? Or is it later in the game? Either way, I was wrong because I mentioned Mighty Bear 7, or was referencing it. UFOs often visit Stonehenge, say? Seen it on TV or read about it in tabloids. Oh, it's the one from This Is Spinal Tap, where it was too big for them to fit it on stage. Right? Or is it something else? Let's use the instant revitalizing device. Fully revitalizes us just like a good night's sleep. Oh, okay, so it's an Enertron with more weird pipes coming off of it. So, Dad, I'm going to make sure there's nothing else going on around here before we talk and continue the story. Present, there's a broken pipe. Not to be confused with an IRC error. Okay, well, I think the hamburger is actually worth less HP than the croissant, so we're gonna do that, and we're going to pick up this broken pipe. And our inventory is just gonna be full of stuff, so next time we sleep, hopefully Jeff will start repairing a couple of it. You don't even recognize your own son, Dr. Andonuts? Gee, I guess I did call him a shitty father earlier. Wow. Been 10 years, you say? Donut would be nice as long as it's not part of... Oh, you don't have any donuts. Yeah, it's got a hole in it. Am I here? Gotcha. Try to make a phase distorter. It can connect 2 points in space and time. Oh, so are we stuck here for a while? Oh no, he's got something else in mind for us. He's got the Skyrunner. Previously called the Skywalker in Japan, but obviously that was not going to go over. Get together in 10 years or so. Well, okay. Let's get in this little UFO thing, and... see us off. Or it's gonna stall. He's gonna tell us to press the button on the controller, and yeah, that worked eventually. It is an actual input prompt. You can press A before that, but I figured let's get a little more dialogue. Why not? This is a good game with good, well-written dialogue most of the time. So, why the heck not? Oh, that doesn't look like Threed. It's too diagonal. That's Foreside. We'll be heading there after we finish with Threed. Which may not even be this stream. This is a lengthy chapter of the game, that's for sure. A lengthy pair of chapters, really. Grouping of chapters. And here's a desert. It's pretty wide. There was a monkey there. Desert monkey? I suppose it could be a sea monkey, and then it would be a brine shrimp, and we wouldn't really be able to see it very well. Especially not at this scale. And now we get the beeps. It's gotta look out for the sweeps and the creeps next, right? Actually, considering the spherical shape of this thing and it being a UFO, maybe we are in a space ball. So that reference is a little less apropos. This is not an input thing. This is just more cutscene. And you can see it slow down a little bit. Oh, target locked. Well, that's one way to make an entrance. A little damage, yeah. Not very strong, really nearsighted, kind of shy, and to be a little reckless. I mean, you're actually of reasonable power, Jeff. Don't count yourself out too soon, buddy. Jeff joined us. And the door, as we know, is locked, but Jeff's bad key machine will still work on that. It's apparently just sort of a universal lockpick of some description. Although it doesn't really have a story purpose after this, so we can call Escargot Express and have them take that away, and the pack of bubble gum, and we can have more inventory space. And you can see we've got some actual undeads out here in the graveyard. I just said undeads. That's a little bit of a strange way to assemble words. So, a big thing to do here with this is that we really want to get rid of that zombie possessor as fast as possible. Also, I guess I'll show this off real quick. I just said I wanted to do this fight as fast as possible, and yet here I am. Let's spy on this enemy and we can get some information. Okay, good. It didn't try to do the really annoying thing, and it's very dead from that. I don't think this zombie is going to die from rockin'. Yeah. And the spy will tell us what this enemy is weak to and its overall stats. Fire is what we want to use to take care of these zombies. Well, I guess I did mention that earlier, and you know, it's definitely panning out nicely. Return to the dust of the earth. Just sort of dissolved. Ness, I don't feel so good. Well, that's the area we want to not enter. I hope exiting is okay. We're getting a little bit of slowdown. I want to go find the shop real quick. Actually, we can go to the hotel and we can call Escargot Express from there, right? Oh, hey, the hotel desk person is back. Nah, I don't have the money for that right now. Definitely not as hard on the ears as the other version of the theme we heard earlier. Yep, same old 18 bucks, and we've got a lot of things to hand over. We got the bad key machine. We've got a pack of bubble gum. And I believe that's it, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, because we want to keep the other stuff to repair it. Yes. Take those 2 items, and away you go, buddy. Let's go see if we can find the drugstore before we start moving on too much with the story. Actually, what do you folks have to say? Okay, we've heard about this before, right? Right. What about you? Can't even get home, that's... Oh, is everybody going into the big circus tent? It might be a place to get some information right away. Since we're, well, in a nice little contained area. What do you got? Where's Zombie Relief Corps? Oh, you don't think we got a good chance? Well, we'll see what we can do. We're bringing in some decent artillery to bear here. And yeah, I'm going to sell this defense spray because $250, that's pretty good. And it's not a super useful item to me. I could put it to use, but I tend not to find it that great. And the insecticide spray for $9. It's only a little. Yeah, exactly. For something that we'll never use, and most notably, the defense spray is a one-shot item, so 250 for that. That's pretty good. The toy air gun, I think that's what we get from repairing that broken air gun, so we're going to hold off on that. Meanwhile, the other things this weapon specialist has, bombs. That's a little bit expensive for a regular bomb. Bottle rockets, $29, it's a decent deal, and rust promoters, which are basically bombs, but they only work on robots. That's not a thing we need to concern ourselves with for the moment. We don't really face a whole lot of machine enemies for a good period of time. Yeah, we're not exactly going to be dueling Bandit Keith. But let's go check in with the zombie corps here. What have you fine folks got to tell us? You don't sound like a great dude. It doesn't seem like things are going uphill, that's for sure. Get all the zombies in this tent and then set it on fire. That sounds like a good idea if you guys get out soon. I mean, yeah, but it just means we can run faster or something. Oh, you don't say? Yeah, that's our story. Oh, you guys have absolutely nothing to tell us. That is unfortunate. Let's keep having a bit of a look around. The zombies leader likes fly honey. Gotcha. Sure. We're in the tent to the south. So over here? Okay. Alright, buddy. You do know that just because you say that you work for the monsters, they're probably still gonna mulch your ass in the end. The zombie dog is not doing anything of note right now, so we should be able to fend it off pretty easily. Oh, no. That's the wrong person to have defend. Darn it. Ouch! Well, that fixes the problem, though. Jeff getting a nice little bit of stats there. In fact, is he a higher level than Paula? No, I was wrong. It's just that Paula is rather on the squishy side. Oh, why don't you have that croissant? And... oh, hi, regular dog. Can we get around to go talk to the regular dog before we walk into the event flag? Ah, you're just a regular dog. Okay. Alright, this tent is supposed to have... oh! That's a face and that's a noise. Where are we? What's going on? We're fighting a tent. And by a tent, I mean just a sprite on the background. The Boogie Tent. That's a name. So I believe the Boogie Tent is weak to fire, but I could be wrong about that. This battle just got intense. Thank you, Jay. Let's just handle this one. No, let's throw out the regular bottle rocket. We'll save the big bottle rocket for something a little bit hardier than this. It made a pale green light. It just used a psi canceller, which is an item that we will be able to get later on. You had to fight a tent today too. What is going on in your life, Fire Drake? Did you did you just have something weird go on recently? Yeah, the boogie tent can do some pretty good damage to us if we give it a chance. But we are by all means apparently not letting it do that because all it wants to do is just keep using the psi canceling effect. And yeah, ice is freaking worthless here against this thing. So just keep using fire. And Jeff, you should probably heal yourself, buddy. Let's use that boiled egg. How's the tent dodge? That's a good question. Just pulls up all of its stakes at once and leaps to the side. Massively, I guess. And, it looks very strange. Hey, Paul, I got Psi Magnet. We got Rockin' Beta on Ness, so that's a nice source of damage. Jeff is gaining a couple of levels here, getting multiple points of IQ. Nice chunk of health. All around a good set of levels. And for some reason, the zombies leave this garbage can here. Garbage can with a jar of fly honey. They really wanted us to get it, I guess. Incidentally, I guess the tent is like the closest thing we get to fighting a gazebo in this game, huh? There you go, the boogie tent's upgrade, the boogie gazebo. Actually, saying that, there is an enemy that uses that sprite later on. Apple Kid finished a pretty unique invention, huh? You're not sure if it'll help us. It's called zombie paper and can be used to trap Wow, talk about your coincidences. Works kind of like fly paper. Place the paper on the floor of a tent or so. Oh, this is just getting contrived. You've seen at least one tent around, right? Yeah, and the zombies get stuck to the paper when they move around inside the tent. But I could get rid of all the zombies that are terrorizing the area with this paper. Oh, that sounds like you were planning a little bit more than you were letting on, friendo. Yeah, the mock pizza guy. Never actually seen a zombie, but if there really are any, it would be really useful. Oh, it sure would. Well, I guess instead of us going in the hotel, we're going to wait for this pizza delivery man to give us... Oh, get a load of this. This fella. Oh, this is someone named Ness who is wandering around Threed. No one else knows about this, right? Let's just pretend that you're Ness and I'll give this to you. Just go along with me on this one, okay? Oh. That's right, Ness. You Apple Kids doodad. I love that pizza delivery man sprite too. That is just excellent. What a uniform. I actually hope that is the in universe. Alright, do I have to talk to any of you or can I just set the zombie paper down and leave? Yep, we just leave it and we get ourselves out of here. Those folks don't look like they're very helpful, so I don't even feel like talking to them right now. And of course, to advance the storyline, sometimes you have to do something to make some time pass. So, to do that, we're going to ignore that collapsed puppet. And we're going to go over to the hotel. The Threed Sunset Hotel. Well, there's not much sunset if the sun doesn't rise to begin with. 180 bucks. $60 a person. And you know what? That's reasonable, I guess. Story progression. We heal. Get a chance to finish some items. Look at all these zombies just... And there we go. Those ones in particular. Walking away from that underground path. Going into the circus tent. Even the dog. Even the dog wants some of this. Oh, did we not fix any items? Darn. But yeah, Chief. Guess newspaper that were they were different than normal. Called the Zombie Herald. Boogie tent falls, young human to blame. We sure are! Also, speaking of broken things, let's give that over to Jeff. And we're not going to sit here and just shunt huge amounts of money into this to try and repair those items. We've got a better way of dealing with that pretty soon. We can go and check in on these zombies and have a look at the zombie core here. Well, I suppose it's better than bind, hold, and seize. Well, they were probably formerly people, so I guess it is a little strange. Is it gross? Let's have a look. I don't know, I've seen weirder. Have you ever played Hypnospace Outlaw? And the zombies will just be like, ah, you damn kids, and how dare you trap us, and yeah, we know. We know you're disappointed. They're probably more disappointed in themselves for falling for something as simple as zombie paper. Which apparently qualifies as a simple thing now. Stubbs the Zombie was one of your favorite silly I feel like I heard that Stubbs the Zombie got remade recently, or I could just be very confused and somebody told me something that was a little wrong. I have never played Stubbs the Zombie, though. I certainly only heard about it recently, so... Oh, that zombie possessor just freaked out a little bit. And clipped behind us after we started the fight. This is a really eerie-looking background. I guess it kind of fits. And so we try and set it on fire, and yes. Oh, this is why I don't like these, is we got possessed by a mini-ghost. And that is going to cause us numerous issues throughout, basically until we get to the next... Yeah, the tiny little ghost. It's going to attempt to attack us and just generally do various annoying things to all of us. However, thankfully we can only be stuck with one of them, so it's not going to get worse. You can just barely see it come in on the dark background, but on the regular background, you can see the little frame of that ghost, right? Just doing his little orbiting thing. Check out what's in the casket. Ta-da! A skip sandwich deluxe. Very nice. And unfortunately, before it is suggested, no, we cannot remove the tiny little ghost with healing. I believe it can get murdered just by taking damage in regular fights, but that requires it to get randomly targeted. Have I tried giving it a hug? Well, when it tries to do that, we get stunned for a turn, so that, I don't know if that helps. Also, I guess it's very strange to talk about murdering a ghost, because it's a ghost. It's clearly not alive. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. However, number 3 is not going to join the fun. Let's have a look at Rockin' Beta. I think this is when these moves really start to get a little hard on the eyes, so you may want to be careful. Yeah, there you go. It solidified Jeff for a turn. So, oh no, Jeff isn't going to get to do his minor key attack there. And yeah, the Rockin' Psy moves, even Alpha is a little nasty on the eyes, but they get really harsh later on. They made them significantly less bad on the eyes in the re-release that was done for the 3DS. I've forgotten the term virtual console. Amazing. Did something mysterious. That was a weird attack description that I suddenly noticed. What in the world is that? Thankfully the ghost missed us. I mean, it would probably only be 1 damage, but that would still be slightly irritating. And Jeff is getting a pretty generic level there. Alright. Let's open this coffin. Ta-da! Silver bracelet. And it's going... Went to Paula. Pardon me there. What's everybody's defenses looking like? Jeff is the one who needs the most. Well... Okay, right. Jeff doesn't have a charm either, so... I guess that kind of makes sense. Alright, why don't you give that to Jeff, whose inventory is admittedly a little crowded. But I think it'll be okay. Alright, replace that cheap bracelet with the silver bracelet. Yeah, that'll be wise, because Jeff only starts with a cheap bracelet. He didn't pick up a copper bracelet, because I didn't remember to buy him one. That was real smart of me. Well, zombie possessors... We're gonna take him out first anyway, just by virtue of the fact that we're going to go for the most damage. But it is not really an issue that, Oh, that was like nothing in terms of damage from that fire. That was strange. Well... And... Can you not do that, please? Well, I guess Jeff is already petrified, so he can't be re-solidified. Solidified, petrified, I'm switching up the words a lot here, I guess. Whoops. Oh, plus 10 PP, that's nice. Another 2 IQ for Jeff. That is a good time. Oh, we're getting a call from our dad. Been out there for a long time now. Yeah, we've been playing for 2 hours. It'd be a good idea if we took a break. Nah, we're fine. Click beep. Let's keep plowing forward. And, okay, at least this one, we get the drop on these fellas, so that's a neat little freebie. I should probably be a little bit more not wasteful with my psychic points here. Well, to be fair, we haven't called him the regular way in a while, and yeah, I'm really noticing that I've been dealing with these zombie possessors the wrong way because they actually are not weak to fire, which is quite strange considering how all this goes, but we'll handle these in due time. So, wow, look at all these petrification. Again, I keep saying the word petrification, that's not correct. The closest thing there is to that status is diamondization, which we'll see much later in the game. It's more of like a stun. We're just losing a turn from being solidified. Yeah, Dad is probably gonna have quite a bit of cash for us the next time we get in contact with him, so... I mean, to be fair... we got, that's a little different. Some kind of a booger. Georg. Commoner. Oh, is this... the mini barf? Wow, that thing turned a massively different color. Throw out some, just basically use all of our strongest stuff here. And this is why we saved the big bottle rocket. Yeah, so I guess freeze is not going to be part of our strongest stuff then. And this is why we're not even going to bother trying to use regular attacks here. We're just going to burn a lot of psychic points. Except for Jeff, who is going to have to use an attack. There we go. So we still have enough for a big rockin' beta after this. I'll take that big offense gain. That's pretty good. Not a ton of stats for those levels, but that's okay. Oh, you wanted to eat our fly honey. Master Belch loves it. Master Belch? Your boss should get a different name. What you got, Chief? Croissants, calorie sticks, and cups of coffee. Sadly, that cup of coffee won't, like, restore our PP or anything, so, Village with many interesting people just ahead, you say. Name of the village is Saturn Valley, but it cannot be found on any map. Now, that's just weird. Not that it's called Saturn Valley, but the fact that you can't find it on any map. Come back here, butterfly. I want my psychic points. That's better. And I was gonna say, we're not getting, like, any enemies over here. This is the kind of walk that would normally make speedrunners jealous, and then these nerds showed up. Oh boy, it's a good thing that we didn't, dump that rockin' beta earlier. Is there... Okay, yeah, it's 2 rows. It doesn't quite look like it because the farm zombie, as we're gonna find out, that fella is like really tall and looks positioned a lot further back than the funky frog. But yes, it is only 2 rows. I'll take that over freezing somebody. Alright. I took care of those. I don't think the red antoids can call for help or even heal, unlike the ones in the giant step. I think they just have, like, fire or something. A bomb. Again, a little bit late for that, but okay. Pardon me. I'm getting a bit of the hiccups and everything now. Alright. Thing. Protein drink. That's something that I'd say it's something we could hang on to because of a part of the game that we won't be getting to for a while, but it would definitely be a while to hang on to it. And yeah, these are the armored frogs. I forgot that that they were the armored frogs. I thought we fought armored crocodiles around here, but no, there is a crocodile enemy, but we haven't seen it yet. Yay! And we get an IQ point for Jeff. Nice. Always good. Always a good time. Alright, so there's a couple more rooms full of enemies. Or potentially full of enemies, so let's go ahead and grab that magic butterfly. Get back our not quite mana. Duck in here and see what's in this present. Just a regular bottle rocket. Well, I'd prefer a biggie, but that's okay. So, something that was lost in the translation, oddly enough, is that the big bottle rocket is a bundle of 5 bottle rockets. It shoots 5 shots, and the multi-bottle rocket, which we haven't seen and will not see for a while, is 20. I don't know why that was not preserved in the item names in any way, but it was not. And oh wow. This cockroach really doesn't want us to do anything. This is definitely not the cockroach from Bad Mojo. Ooh, sorry, Jeff. You're not gonna get experience for this little hallway. Bad Mojo, what a game. Maybe I should play that on stream at some point. I did a video about it a while ago. And of course, I was exposed to it through Plastic Allen and having heard about it on someone's Twitter feed like a million years ago. I think it was DOS Nostalgic who does a lot of, well, nostalgic DOS things. Oh, hey, look, it's Mr. Saturn. Hey, buddy. Feel groove, huh? That's some funny-looking font you've got going, buddy. It's supposed to look like handwriting. I believe in the original Japanese, it is a font based on Itoi's daughter's handwriting. But do not take my word for it. Twice cursed with the deceased. Oh, I'm certainly, yes. I want slumber? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, Jeff is not really going to be able to fix anything because he's dead. However, there is somebody in town who will help us with that once we get to the right building, which I believe is literally this one. Dr. Saturn can repair our body. Do we want him to operate on... Do we want somebody hanging out in a garbage can to operate on us? It's so blunt that it's hilarious. What's in the box? We're not close enough to it to find out. A rust promoter. Eh. What do you folks got going on? They look like same. It's supposed to be saying that they all look the same, but... Give it to us on the way back. Alright. Make a bid to increase your strength. Good luck, friend. Scary, scary guy. Grapefruit Falls. Scary, sick, barfy. Is this Master Belch we've been hearing about? Base secret. Base behind Grapefruit Falls. Password. Belchman say password. Then stand still, wait for 3 minutes. And yes, that's actually what it is. Stand there and wait for 3 minutes. That is the strangest thing. Like, I want you to just imagine that outside of the artifices of the workings of a game into, like, if this was an actual situation. Somebody says, what's the secret password? And you just stand there motionless for 3 minutes, and that's how you get in. Sure, why not? $380, you trade secret herb. Have $1780. Trust me, that does say $1780. Trade Horn of Life. Those would be pretty nice to get our hands on, but at this point, plowing a ton of items for $1780 is not exactly the simplest ask of us in the world. But here's the Mr. Saturn's shop. Look at where that telephone is positioned. And this thing over here is indeed an ATM machine, despite its very strange appearance. That's the B button. Which has a balance of 5,185. So yeah, we could buy, like, a couple of Horns of Life. I think we could just squeak by grabbing 3, but that would be a very bad use of our money. However, it would be revives we could use in the field. Buy, sell, do all for us. What do I want, Zoom? Well, I'm not a big fan of, video calls, but what you got? Insecticide spray, a stag beetle. I think the stag beetle is like you chuck it and you have a chance to solidify an enemy with fear. Refreshing herb, that is basically healing beta, I think. Peanut cheese bar, there's some more health items. Horn of Life, secret herb. The secret herb does have a chance to revive you, but it won't necessarily work. And a picture postcard, which does nothing, but is still funny enough that I will grab one, which will carry this burden. thank you. It's a picture postcard. Come on. That's a little over the top, isn't it? Let's take a look at it. We felt sad and empty. I mean, I didn't need an item for that. This is a different shop. What have you got, Chief? You have equipment. Bionic slingshots. Well, we're not gonna take slingshots because their accuracy is butt. Travel charm, great charm. We should grab a couple of those. Silver bracelets. We should pick those up, and a red ribbon for Paula. But first of all, we want to clean some inventory space here. We have to see what is worth dumping off here. Well, definitely the rust promoter. 44 bucks. That's all right. Well, yeah, it's half of 89. I should know that. Half of 89. Round it down. Gonna hop out. Well, thank you for joining us. I will see you later. Yeah, 74 bucks for that bomb. Alright. And the picture postcard is a one-off, so we don't really need that in there. Yep. Give me back my $1. And before we start working on equipment upgrades, which we're gonna have to do, or we should do anyway, we're going to give this to Jeff. I could probably have given it to Paula, but either way. Let's go in here. Press the correct button, please. Withdraw. Let's grab... Oh, we want like 2 grand. That'll probably be more than enough, hopefully. Alright, Mr. Saturn. Let's get this together. But grab the red ribbon. Yeah, 44 bucks, that's fine. I don't know why I'm like, oh yeah, that's okay and all this. I mean, I guess I'm being a little silly. Yeah, 30 bucks. Yep. Great charm for Jeff. Get your 1 point of defense there. Silver bracelet. Let's outfit everybody with a bit of werewolf protection. I'm just saying, there's been some weird stuff in this game already, so we may need it. Yep. Yeah, we already know about the price of the copper bracelet. Thanks, boss. Let's use this menu and do it really badly, because here I am pressing the A button. I admit that despite the fact that this is, like, one of my favorite games ever, and that it is the thing that my channel is named after, I haven't played this in a while, so I'm not 100% used to it. Still? Which is, like, very strange, because admittedly, the control scheme is a little bit non-standard. But anyway, we got a free inn over here, so let's talk to Mr. Saturn a bunch and see if we can get our broken things fixed. The slime generator, that's what it was called. I thought it was going to be called, like, the goo generator or something, but that's not correct. It's the slime generator. Something generates slime girls. I don't know where that's going. The Magnum air gun. Is that... That sounds pretty solid. So, Jeff, I'm feeling like it was a good idea to not buy you a weapon earlier. Because you can just use that, and what else all do we still have to make? Something from the broken pipe, which I think is going to be the HP sucker, and something from the broken machine. Again, I am assuming at this point that our IQ is good enough, which it should be. Alright, broken machine. The counter psi unit. Oh, yeah. We get that already. That's nice. The counter psi unit is basically that pale green light effect that the mini barf was doing. It removes any sort of effects of psi on our party and the opponents. So any sort of like stat fluctuations, shields, it will purge all of it. That broken pipe is not getting fixed, apparently. Our IQ is 18. We might be a little low for it, but I'm gonna give it another 2 shots. Pardon me, I just turned into Master Belch a little bit myself there. And I don't think you guys wanted to hear that. It wasn't particularly nice sounding in real life. I probably should stop talking about it as a result. Anyway, one last shot, and then we will decide to come back to the broken pipe later. Yeah, I think that broken pipe is just busted for now. But I believe that the broken pipe is the HP sucker. Now, what's everybody's inventory arrangement looking like right now? Actually, let's give Paula the fly honey. And we're gonna go back to the shop. I'm gonna take a quick exploration of the rest of the town real quick. Oh, hi, Mad Duck. That's a very rare thing to show up on this map, but yes, you can fight Mad Ducks around here. Bad stank behind falls. You don't say, buddy. Well, what about you? It's friends taken behind falls. Okay. Right, so I guess Master Belch is abducting the Mr. Saturns. That's a little messed up. Alright, sell things at... Sell me things at me is how this goofus says it. That's amazing. Okay, let's give up the cheap bracelet and get our I almost said 94. No, it's the other way around. It's $49. If it was a $94 return on a $98 item, that would be disgustingly generous for an RPG. But it's an RPG. The rule is pretty much set in stone that the sellback price is half of what you paid for it to buy. Although I would like to see a little more variety of that than that in various games. We got a couple of garbage cans in here. A protractor, that's not really worth anything. A sudden guts pill. A sudden guts pill is, again, kind of like the defense spray, mostly good for a source of cash. And it is worth a sizable chunk. And we'll give Jeff a broken spray can. That can turn into another defense spray. You know what? Sure, I forgot about those items. Let's go ahead and sell 2 good ones and hang on to the broken spray can until next time we need it. So, in we go. Alright. Mr. Saturn. Alright, how much are you gonna give me for the sudden guts bill? $250, yeah. Just like the defense spray. We don't need to buy anything. We can't even afford a Horn of Life, jeez. That's the main thing we want. Although, I mean, those secret herbs, those can be pretty strong. Only $1 for a protractor, that's okay. I mean, how much would you pay for just a protractor? Probably not too much more than that. I mean, I guess if it was like a really nice protractor made out of a good metal or something, but one of those plastic ones they made you use in school? Forget it. I'd like to not fight the cockroach. Although, I mean, it's just a cockroach. We can take a cockroach, probably. Terrible odor. Reduce the attack power of somebody who doesn't usually do physical attacks. Well, oh no. Oh no. So yeah, thanks to our upgrades, these cockroaches are not anywhere near as frustrating to deal with. I mean, I don't know that I would like to fight them very much because they're not... 586 is decent experience, I guess. For an enemy that simple with only like 200 health to its name. We were getting pretty close to stuttering past the cockroach, but no dice. Oh wow, Paula's doing good damage too with her fry pan. Over 50, that's... Again, not really to be trifled with, considering that's, you know, she's basically taking the place of the black mage of the party. We got a very nice luck boat. I almost said buff and boost there at the same time. Boosted is the correct word here because buff would imply that it's like a status effect or something. Oh. These two. Yeah, the farm zombie. I believe I mentioned that earlier. That is this goofball's name. Oh, that's a neat animation. The animations for the Psy attacks do get pretty neat over time. Right, we can probably take this armored frog out with a simple freeze alpha at this point, right? Yeah, 207. That's pretty good. And the crocodile is going back to ignoring us, and I am grateful for that. Although here we gotta take a fight pretty much. And here comes our plain crocodile and the two red antoids. Fire Beta should deal with that group. Although, yeah, I would agree with anybody who would be like, hey, you're spending a lot of psychic points. You are correct. I am definitely going a little hard with that. And I should perhaps conserve slightly, but I do still have a Psy Caramel in my inventory, so I think I'm okay. Plus, there is a room in the base where a butterfly will spawn, and also we got like 30 health points on Jeff there. Way to go, buddy. You could tank yet. And in this storyline, Jeff decided to switch classes to Gunbreaker. One of these days, I'll like play a tank class in 14. Say the password. Alright, set the controller down, and wait. This would be like the worst time for somebody to come in on this if they don't know this game very well, because, yeah, I'm literally just sitting here doing nothing for 3 minutes and letting the game run. Whoever comes in here is gonna end up being so confused. Assuming someone does. They may actually not, so... You know, in that case, there's no real change, right? Yeah. Anyone who's still in the chat by any chance, have you seen any good movies recently? I haven't seen a whole lot of movies recently. What was the last thing that I watched? Was it... might have actually even been Phantom of the Paradise, which I rewatched for the video that I did in October about that and Rocky Horror. I mean, this is just movies. I'm not counting, like, television shows, because I definitely watched a bunch of bullshit for the video that I did on a couple of episodes of bullshit, and the video that I'm preparing to hopefully do this month on a couple other episodes of bullshit. Yeah, I think it actually was Phantom of the Paradise was the last thing that I watched. I almost thought for a second was it Wishmaster, but no. I watched Wishmaster last summer. I mean, I saw part of the Blues Brothers a couple of days ago. I didn't watch the whole thing because I was doing some other stuff, and yeah. Just happened to be passing by as that was in, stopped for a couple of scenes because it's the Blues Brothers. You do that. You gotta stop and give a little bit of reverence when John Belushi drives the Nazis into the river. That's a serious feel-good moment if ever there is one. I have a couple of other movies sitting on my thing that I need to watch at some point. I need to actually remember to get around to watching Suspiria. I'm going to be doing a video this month about the 1976 version of King Kong, because that was one of the things that was suggested to me for that Second Great series that I'm doing. And I figured, yeah, that'll be timely. There's going to be that Godzilla vs. Kong coming out later in the month, so it would be really great to do that. Oh, hey, we can enter. And my other suggestion was whichever of the Alien movies, Alien Resurrection, I think, which was partially written by Joss Whedon, and I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole for a while. Did I bring fly honey? Yes. Be careful, be sure you don't drop it. Oh, I think that these dudes are gonna make sure that I have a very high chance of doing so. Hey look, it's Foppies! These things are adorable and silly looking. And I'm going to just burn them all down. I'm pretty sure that this will be an instant clear of this fight. At a cost of 12 psychic points, but we get pretty good experience out of these, right? Yeah, 1311 for clearing out 3. That's not bad. Alright, so another 3 Foppies. Let's put the psychic burden this time on Ness. And these things are just basically EXP pinatas. They are super easy. They're all over the place. They help you level up. They're adorable. They're goofy. They have a silly name. What's not to love about them? We got 10 psychic points for Paula. That is a good time. Alright, can you all line up on, like, one row here? Aw, get a load of this one punk here, who's just out of line with all the others. Making it so that way I can't just well, even then, with rolls like that, I'm not exactly gonna be one and doneing this fight either the way I want to. Hey, all Jeff got was 2 max health. Good job, Jeff. You're really a credit to people named Jeff, I guess. We'll take a bomb. What is everybody's current status overall looking like? Let's just give Paula the Psy Caramel right now. 17 psychic points. Yeah, you will definitely notice that I mentioned this during Pokemon, but MP recovering items tend to be pretty rare in games, and EarthBound is no exception. They are at one hell of a premium in this game. What's everybody else doing? I think Jeff could probably use the healing item if anybody could use it. And at this point, I feel like that's a bit of a waste. Oh, what? You're not going to give me the full grouping here? Well, this is okay, too. Defend. Pretty much just burn up that side caramel immediately. But it seems like a good trade here. Yeah, nice chunk of experience. At least that fight decided to cooperate. Hint, hint, zombies. Hey! Freebie! I mash A so much that I go into the menu. Whoops. Alright. I was gonna say don't come over, but they did. That's fine. We can just nuke them out anyway. I was just hoping for the free kill. But this kind of feels better because it's more PP efficient. I might be caring about that a little overmuch, but that's what I say about that is Hey, offense up alpha. Neat. I don't think I'm ever going to use that, but neat nonetheless. Alright, down here we got another little room. I think this is just a treasure room. This is a treasure room with a couple of zombies, yeah. Oh wow, there's 3 in here. I didn't see at least one of these chuckleheads. That's some talented clipping they're doing. Something very mysterious. I don't even know what that does offhand. Well, I'll tell you what it does. It fails very, very readily. Alright. Pop these chests open. By chests, I guess I mean garbage cans. IQ capsule, yes. Jeff is getting fed that. A broken laser. Oh, that sounds potent. Alright, Jeff, why don't you drink that IQ capsule and gain your 1 IQ? Yeah, this is one of those games that I'm realizing they increasingly are not as common as I used to think they were. That give you items that can raise your character's base stats. Like, Pokemon does something kind of similar with the vitamins, but not quite. And hey, look, 6 poppies. That is a nice little chunk of these fellas. That's gonna give us... That, I think, is basically as many as you can get into a fight. And it's going to give us a ton of experience when we blow through them here. I could have given someone else the IQ capsule and they would have gained more PP at the next level, but Jeff needs it in order to actually, you know, do all of his thing, right? In order to fulfill his Jeff-hood. Is that not... No, I think the other time was because it was a back attack. Yeah, they even start silenced, and they cast Brain Shock, which doesn't usually work that well. Anyway, I don't think I've ever really seen that succeed. Alright, these slimy little piles are quite annoying, so we're going to try to avoid them. But we will get into this fight. Because again, it's just kind of free real estate, you know? I remember to hit the correct button. Oh, it's not quite free real estate if I miss. In here, this is where the magic butterfly hangs out. So this is going to be our little healing stop here, is we're going to take a moment, We're going to fill everybody up, and we're going to pop in and out of this room a bunch in order to max out everybody's PP. Yes, they're going to drink all of the biggest glasses of water possible. Speaking of big glasses of water, I drink like a full liter of water during this stream. Gotta remember to get that full glass of, that big glass of water full every time I do this, just to try and, you know, get into a better habit of hydrating. Oh, the magic butterfly didn't show up again. Come on. Yeah, it just sometimes randomly doesn't show up. It's not like, oh, I didn't overuse it or anything. Don't worry. How's everybody's? 70, 82, yeah. We're good to go here. Anything else over here besides these foppies? Well, I mean, again, we can grab some free experience here. Dang it, Jeff had one job, and that was to, I guess, dodge. Or not get hit. Either one works. They're basically the same at the end. Okay, yeah, this is the correct way to go forward. And we've gotten into a fight with the slimy little piles. Okay, well... fine, if you want to be like that, I guess I'll use a big hitter here. And that's why I'm using the big techniques, is because... these chuckleheads can call for help, and do we really need these fights getting stretched out more? Ew! Everybody's blinded from crying too much. Well, thankfully, RNG was in my favor that time. And we got us a bomb, which we don't really need, but okay. I won't complain too much because it's free money. Okay. This one... I think this one talks to us. Make things even. Yep. Oh, we're sus. And we're getting Among Us out of the airlock or something. I don't know. I kind of think the Among Us meme and, like, everybody being like, oh, this thing that looks vaguely like the little Among Us astronaut, it's kind of overdone already. Like, wow, you guys killed that very fast. And thankfully, this dork is just coughing at us. On the other hand, somebody showed off the Pokemon Legends Arceus thing, and I realized that the end of the Pokeball has, like, a thing for a zipper on it. Now I'm just imagining that unzipping in, like, a coil, and it looks really weird in my head. I bet now you're thinking about it, too. You must be Master Belch. Yeah? York, York, York. Heeg, heeg, heeg. Get a load of these noises that this thing is making. I'll take you down big time. Yeah, that's totally how anybody has ever spoken in their entire life, right? Get ready to feel the pain of true nausea. Yeah, okay, buddy. Let's... Although, I mean, if you start hurling a little too much, that's not great. I mean, you know, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, yes! Okay, good. Paula went first. And... oh, Jeff is ill. Jeff has been afflicted with nausea. So let's go ahead and let's use Healing Beta. So this boss fight, I'm going to set my controller down for just a second here, in order to explain that this fight is very weird in how it works. Basically, you just have to give Master Belch the fly honey, and he's just gonna sit there and let you wail on him. But if you don't give it to him, he He still appears to take damage, and I think you might be able to kill him if you hit him sufficiently hard enough in one go, but he doesn't ever die. The damage just does not stick. It gets healed up behind the scenes, or there's some sort of script in place that I don't 100% remember because, I mean, I used to know this stuff, but I just don't anymore. So now that we've done that, we're going to give this guy a taste of all of our biggest, heaviest hitting stuff. Because honestly, why not? You know, we're not in a hurry. We could just sit here and auto battle and just use basic physical attacks and end the fight in just as much time. But on the other hand, why not show off a little bit? You know what? I'll even show off Thunder Alpha and see if we can get some visuals there. Yeah, see, there we go. Unfortunately, you can see it's only 94 damage. Although, I don't think it cost a ton, did it? Like, I think it was 3 psychic points or something. So, if you're that hard up for PP, that could actually be of some use, but it's only a single strike. So, Looks like it was an even fight. We trounced you because we used the mechanics. Master Gigas has managed to get the Money statue into Foresight. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that. This city will soon be in worse condition than living in your own puke. Ugh. Spanky? Gah. Burp. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You gross ass motherfucker. You're having a bit of the after effects there, aren't you, buddy? Hey, you're having it even worse. I should barf off you, body. Well, yeah, fair enough. All right, so we go in the hot springs, and it takes a bit to fully go. But yeah, wash the extremely dirty gunk off of our body. And that, I believe, heals our status. I forget what all it heals. It clearly didn't refill our psychic points, but I believe it recovers your status effects and will revive anybody who's dead. Let's check this out. Drink coffee before go. Say yes? Say no to me. And we can say yes. Bottoms up. Oh, we're going that hard? Ooh. Oh. Oh yeah, this scene, this one is pretty famous. As we take some pretty powerful coffee, apparently. And we get a bit of a recap episode here. You've traveled very far from home. Do you remember how your long and winding journey began with someone pounding at your door? It was Pokey, the worst person in your neighborhood, who knocked on the door that fateful night. On your way, you have walked, thought, and fought, yet through all this, you have never lost your courage. You have grown steadily stronger, though you have experienced the pain of battle many times. You are no longer alone in your adventure. Paula, who is steadfast, kind, and even pretty, is always at your side. And so is some goofball named Jeff. Though he is timid, he came from a distant land to help you. Ness, as you certainly know by now, you are not a regular young man. There's no need to feel down. You have an awesome destiny to fulfill. The journey from this point will be long, and it will be more difficult than anything you have undergone to this point. Yet, I know you will be alright. When good battles evil, which side do you believe wins? Do you have faith that good is triumphant? One thing you must never lose is courage. If you believe in the goal you are striving for, you will be courageous. There are many difficult times ahead, but you must keep your sense of humor, work through the tough situations, and enjoy yourself. When you have finished this cup of coffee, your adventure will begin again. Next, you must pass through a vast desert and proceed to the big city of Fourside. Ness, Paula, Jeff, I wish you luck. I wish I could do something for you, but I'm just a cup of coffee. Well, that was weird. It's not even necessary to do that, by the way. You can just choose not to. And if we go into the cave that's up from there, that is the next Your Sanctuary location. But I don't really feel that we are in a good position to deal with it just at this moment. The enemies in that cave are hard as hell. That, and also, I'm just going to wind the stream down, so I'm going to go in here, take a quick nap with Mr. Saturn, not repair even the broken spray can, dang it, pick up the receiver, make me a believer, call our dad, find out that he's given us a crap load of money. We could probably pay off the Runaway 5's debt with in-game money at this point, record our save file, continue, even though that's not really necessary, because that is all we are doing for today.